Good morning. Happy, what's today, Tuesday? I wasn't planning to vlog today, but I was like, girl, why not? I'm gonna be just honest with you guys. I haven't been vlogging. It feels like when I go through, vlogging is like a lot. I hate to be like, it's a lot of work, but I feel like no one watches. And I feel bored watching my own videos when I'm editing them. So I gotta get out of my head. It is what it is. I really enjoy it. Nonetheless, I'm sitting out front of HEB. We need to go do a grocery haul. I just got home. We spent the weekend in Chicago, which was really fun. Got to see Neilani, got to hang out with some people that we used to hang out when we were there. So it was a good trip. I'm dragging a little bit this morning, not gonna lie to you. I had full intentions of walking Arlo to school this morning. Scott is still in Illinois through Thursday for work. And, what was I gonna say? I fully intended on waking up, but thankfully I woke up when I did wake up because we would have been late for school. We weren't, so yay. But anyway, I was dragging, just loving on Scout because I miss my Scouty boy. And we have absolutely no groceries in the house, and I need a healthy week of eating because your girl ate like a trash bag. I don't know if you can tell, my face is like super like swollen, I feel like, from like salt and stuff. But anyway, that's where we're at. So I figured, yeah, let's vlog, let's see what happens. I have a lot of like prep work. Honestly, should be filming today for my other channel, but like, let's just be real. I need a day to catch up on my life. So I need to like restock the house. The house isn't dirty. I mean, I need a vacuum, but it's not like it's a mess or anything like that. But yeah, let's kind of get the day slowly, it's already 9 o'clock, started, but I need a full restock. So for breakfast, I'm kind of over my yogurt bowls. I've been eating yogurt bowls for, I would say, the last like 4 months. So over yogurt and like honestly a lot. But last week I made this like breakfast taco and was obsessed with it. So we're gonna get the stuff to make breakfast. Well, like kind of like a breakfast burrito, if you will, but on a smaller tray, nonetheless. And then lunch, we're gonna do sub in a tub. So that's what we're going to get. And then just some other random bits and bobs. But yeah, we kind of need a full restock. So let's do it. I thought I would vlog. I'll tell you what I get. And then we will spend the day just kind of doing some like boring behind the scenes things. I think that's pretty much all that I have to update you guys on. Yeah, we spent the weekend in Chicago. It was really fun. Went to the aviary for like their tasting menu. Went to Lena Bravo for brunch. We went to Smoke Daddy over in Wrigleyville. We just like went all around. It was fun. So yeah, I got home last night around like 8. I had to like go pick up Arlo from Grady's and come back, and I got lost in the freaking airport like a million times when we got these dark circles. Girl. Anyway, let's go. I'm delaying my life because I don't feel like getting out of the car, just like I was delaying getting off the couch this morning. So let's go, let's do it. Okay, grabbed my camera so we don't have to vlog. Whoa, my phone anymore. Oh, I haven't showed you this either. We grabbed this. I don't know if I love the color, to be honest with you, but I think once I paint everything, it will be better. I also really need to fix this one piece of wallpaper because it is like peeling off the whole wall. So I think I'm gonna have to replace the whole thing, which is fine because I have a whole nother strip of it. Anyway, I made a gouter. Let's grab the rest of our groceries and then I'll show you what I got. Oh good, oh my God, my arms. My aching burns. Okay. Oh, I'm way too tired this morning. Back to reality thing is kicking my tushy. Hi. I know. I'm back. Scoopers like, why'd you leave me, Mom? Why'd you leave me, Mom? You left me too long, then you leave me again. Leave me again. You're fine. Okay, I need to go fix the pool, but let's just do a little quick HEB haul. Oh, also super exciting. We're under contract for our townhome. Not what we wanted in terms of price, but you know what? It's like a battle we're not gonna deal with anymore. So I'm freaking ecstatic because now we have some extra funds to be allocated towards house, like with the sale, and then just not having to pay that mortgage and that electricity bill and all that stuff, which means I need to cancel that stuff. Anywho, I grabbed some sourdough bread. I just have not been in the baking mood. It's too hot outside, so on and so forth. So I'll pick back up my baking once fall starts, or like it's cold out. But I got some sourdough, and I like that one from HEB. I got some garbanzo beans for Arlo, and then I got some black beans for my breakfast burrito thing. I've been liking adding beans for fiber and all that good stuff. This is my favorite thing in the entire world. Extra lean ground beef keeps me so freaking full. I just like don't even think about food 24/7, which is like such a problem for me. So I like adding this with the beans in my breakfast taco. I know, but it's delicious. So breakfast taco meat, and it's like really freaking cheap and it's absolutely delicious. But I'll just cook it up like ahead of time, so I don't have to cook it every time I'm making my breakfast. And I like to eat it for other things too, like dinners and such. But anyway, okay, when we were with our friends this weekend, they were talking about his love affair for dino nuggets. And then I was like, oh my God, I saw the real good dino nuggets. She's like, yes, I get them, they're good. So I got these for Arlo as like a little treat. He doesn't eat chicken nuggets a lot, but we are out of his chicken nuggets, and normally I get the real, is it the real good? No, I get the Just Bare, but I'm out of them. I just have the spicy ones left, so I grabbed those for him. So he will be stoked about it, and they're good, so there's that. I grabbed some bananas because he also likes that. That's like his go-to thing when like he didn't eat enough dinner, because he didn't eat his dinner and he's still hungry. So I'm like, he's like, can I have a banana? I'm like, yes, that's a healthy choice. Or he's still hungry after school and I've already given him a snack. That is what he has. I got some egg whites to throw in with my sandwich. I don't like to eat just, or taco. I don't like to eat just egg whites, but I like an egg with some whites to bulk it up a little bit. Butter, this is my favorite butter. I need to go to Costco. I just haven't. A thing of extra sharp cheddar cheese is what I used for my burrito thing as well. What's up, the babies? What's up, him baby? Why are you always looking like you did something naughty? Panda does a naughty boy. Berries at HEB are not my favorite. Typically I like the Trader Joe's ones, but I figured whatever. And it's like they're starting to get out of season, so I need to pick something else. But I got organic raspberries and then just some plain blackberries, because I do like them on my like yogurt bowls when I eat them, which I haven't been eating them as much, but I'll eat them as like a midday situation. I can't really leave this on the milk. Gallon of milk, whole milk, some eggies. I need to hard boil the ones that are in our fridge currently and then use these ones for eggs in the morning. Some romaine for my little sub in a tub, which I will show you guys later probably. Also, our friend we were telling us about, she always makes egg roll in a bowl, and I thought I would try it. So it's just like cabbage and then like ground turkey, which I have. Plus I just took out this giant pack of chicken thighs. I'm just gonna throw it in the crock pot to cook those for the week. Baby spinach, I also add this into my breakfast burrito thing for some extra filler fiber. Cucumber, I know that doesn't typically go in the sub in the tub, but I like it, so I'm going to. Some broccoli for dinners. Some salami for the sub in a tub, and then some provolone cheese. Lots of turkey for the sub in the tub. I have some ham already. But I prefer turkey. Some Honeycrisp apples, because it is now apple season. Tomatoes for the tub. Onion for the tub. Another tomato. And then also bell peppers are not in there, but I like bell peppers. Plus, I can give these for Arlo for his lunch. So, that is it. Not crazy. And that still costs over $100. But, I mean, what doesn't anymore, right? So, that's done. I'm really not hungry this morning for breakfast just yet, so I'm either going to wait and just have my breakfast burrito or something, I don't know, later, or have my sub in a tub, depending on what my cravings are. But I am really quickly going to cook up 1 packet of this ground beef and then do some eggs just so that I have them done, because I know Arlo will eat them, and that way I can decide what I want to eat later. So I'm gonna cook up one of these guys. Oh, I'm feeling like I'm getting a cold, and that is just not the vibe. Good morning. Oh, lighting. My hair's all knotted up from our walk. Well, hello. Happy Wednesday. I just got back from dropping Arlo off at school. We brought his scooter home from his granny's house. And yesterday we woke up too late to ride it, but this morning we rode it, and he's so fast on it. Like, not even like he's so fast, he just can like be faster than I am, which is like incredible. So I'm not like pushing him. So yeah, that's delightful. So let's make my morning beverage before my coffee. I really have not been drinking out of my Stanleys like at all. I've really only been drinking out of mason jars like for a while. Anyway, sorry the lighting is trash. I'm just too lazy to figure out a better. I really knotted my hair up. I had to wear a sweater, so I feel like it just took out the back. I had a beautiful blowout this morning when I woke up, and then the humidity takes it out every time. So annoying. Anyway, what I've been drinking in the morning. So I love the Element Electrolytes, but I want something that's like in a container, so I don't have to like feel like I'm wasting like the little tear-offs every time. Those are nice for traveling and whatnot, but like I don't really travel. So I like these for when I'm at home. Scott likes them too, the Ultima. I got it at Whole Foods. You can get it on Amazon as well. I tried the blue raspberry. That's probably my favorite flavor. I'm on watermelon, and you just take a small little scoop and just dump it in water. I don't know, I like it. It's sweet, not really salty, and not too sweet though. And then I've been on my creatine for a month now. There's a little scooper, he's cleared. Why did I make these things clear? This is the one that I get. I also got this from Whole Foods, but I'm pretty sure we can get on Amazon. I'm gonna do 1 scoop of that. Creatine just has amazing benefits, and I'm just trying to be consistent with it, and this is the most consistent I've ever been with it. And I didn't have any like headaches or bloating or anything like that with it. I also didn't do like the loading phase or whatever. I just did normal. So anyway, I try to drink this in the morning for a while before I have my coffee, but I'll probably get halfway through and then drink my coffee. It doesn't really matter. But the creatine doesn't taste like anything. Sorry guys. Refreshing. That's right. Where you going? What you doing, chunky butt? What you doing, chunky butt? Hey, oh my god. Lining myself left, right, and center. Okay. Good morning. Yesterday I was the worst vlogger. Today's gonna be a little bit better. My forehead is so shiny. Anyway, okay. So, I have to run some errands. I need to run to Target. Need, yes, it's a need. And then I need to run to Home Depot. So I'm gonna do that before Scott gets home, because I have to borrow his car, because y'all know the like drama that was my life with my me trying to fit those boards that I've yet to return into my car. Okay, so anyway. Let's just do some vitamin C. So I'm gonna run just a couple of errands really quick. And I figured I'd take you with me. We had another successful morning, except Scout. Scout has been honestly doing so well. Like, his temperament, everything, I feel like he's been doing such a good job. Except for every once in a while, it's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna go through like the whole process. I'm just gonna do SPF. This morning there was this one white dog that it's weird because it's like, if it was consistent every morning, it'd be different, but I never know, or I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Anyway, we saw this one little white dog that like barks at him, so he barks back. And then I've never seen these two dogs that were on the, like, right next to us, and he like loses his mind. Like, it's so bad. But anyway, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, and when it's just me, it's hard for me to like control him. I feel like Scout does a little bit, or Scott does a little bit better of a job than I do. Anyway, whatever. We made it, but I just never know what he's gonna do. And like, he's just still a puppy, and I think that's the hardest part. And like, Arlo and I were watching this documentary 2 nights ago that's called The Mind of a Dog or something like that, and it goes through like these dogs who are like training to be service dogs. And it talks about how like when they're puppies and like their environment in which they were raised when they were little really truly has an effect on their like anger and stuff like that, which aggression and stuff, which makes so much sense because Scout was in a kennel for 11 months of his, like the first part of his life. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it makes sense why he is the way he is. I was just hoping, I'm still hoping that it will get better. He's like literally the best doggy, but I also have to like remind myself frequently that he is still a puppy, because he's still not 2 years old yet. Anyway, okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of concealer and such. I'm just gonna go run some errands this morning, and then come back, and I've got a video to edit. But my forehead is like an ice skating rink right now because of my freaking Botox. Like, I can't even move my forehead. Anyway, I see, in case you're in Plano and want to know, I would recommend this lady so much, because I also just recommended her to, I've recommended her to 2 of my other friends. Her name is Sherry Becker, and she works at Skin Spirit in Plano, the one in the Whole Foods parking lot. Incredible. Like, very thorough, very just like unlike any other Botox person I'd ever had before. Like, truly incredible. So loved her. Anyway, but that's why my forehead looks like an ice skating rink, which is kind of the plan, or the point of, you know, Botox. I actually went off my tretinoin too for a little while. I think it's best, and I'm gonna pick it back up like once it's like winter, because what I think I did was damage my skin barrier from the sun and the tretinoin. But also, this is just your like reminder that using tretinoin doesn't always like mean glass skin. Like, this is glass skin. Look at this forehead. And I haven't used Botox in a while, or I haven't used tretinoin in a while. I just got Botox. So yeah, and if you get it all over your face, it's gonna do the same kind of thing, just make your skin look glassy. But also, I've been using Paula's Choice, because I feel as though my skin like needs exfoliation, but it's hard to exfoliate when you're using tretinoin, and like I have to use it, or else my skin just like gets super clogged and just super irritated, and I forget how much my skin loves salicylic acid. BHA over AHA, like it's night and day. Anyway, let's go load up. I hate leaving Scout in the middle of the day, or like in the morning after he's been like in his cage all night. And also, he has to be in his cage, because if not, he does naughty things, okay? Like, he just does. It's like, don't think that I have not tried, okay? And he sleeps in our room. Like, don't think that I don't try to like not have him like be in his cage, because I would love if he didn't have to, but he just went in it because he heard me talk about it. He doesn't hate it. I just hate putting him in there because I feel like, oh, he's been in there. But he went for a long walk this morning. We went on our normal walk. So I think all my other jewelry is upstairs. And I feel naked without my earrings. So I'm just going to put in my pearls really quick. And then let's head to Home Depot and Target. I have to remember not to forget I really need to take my car to get cleaned too. It is filthy. I've not washed my car, the inside or the outside, and like, it's disgusting. But let's go to Home Depot. I have to remember my receipts in my car, and I'm gonna take Scott's car. So let's go, and then let's run to Target. I don't know how it's gonna be rolling with you guys to Target, but we're gonna make it work. In Scott's car, I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. Let's put on a little lip on me. Okay, let's go. My little jellyfish, because I cut my finger. Okay, so I just got out of Home Depot. I'll show you my Target return in a second, but I can't make this up. This man was trying to tell me, he was like, you cut this piece of wood. I had an 8-foot and a 10-foot piece of pine. And I was like, no, sir, I didn't. And he's like, I'm like, I had a struggle putting a 10-foot pole. You think I could have put an 18-foot piece of wood in my car? He's like, I don't know what kind of car you drive. And I'm like, I know you don't know what kind of car I drive. But like, I'm trying to tell you that like, I definitely didn't cut it. And he's like going back and forth with me, and I was like about to pull out my vlog and show him, but then I remembered I didn't actually do it. I just talked about doing it. Anyway, this lady's about to come and she's gonna think I'm a weirdo, because I am. Anyway, so I had to like go back and forth with him about this, saying that I like in fact did not cut the wood, but I was like, does that matter? But I also just was like, I was sticking to the fact that I did not actually cut the wood. So I was like, no, you need to like, I don't know, do what, but like realize that you probably don't even sell 18-foot pieces of pine. So anyway, we finally got to it, and he returned my $180 worth of pine that I didn't need. Anyway, okay, she's gone. I also got a sample of Swiss coffee, because I think this might be what I do for the entryway. So I just got a little sample of it to see if I like it, because I'm going to sample it before I go in, because it's going to be a lot of painting. Anyway, from Target, let's move to Target haul. I grabbed some little mini Alanis. This is like really all I do if I do energy drinks. I don't like the big ones anymore. I just cannot drink them. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me move back, because the whole reason I went to Target was for this freaking rugby polo shirt. They're from the men's section. You need, okay, hold on, there's bags on top of it, so we're gonna go through this. I got this little like foosball Halloween game thing. You paint it, put it together, and play. And I thought this would give Arlo and I hours of activities. So yes, needed that. It was like $30. So I went back and forth. I'm like, do I? But then I was like, yes, because it's so much better than just painting a pumpkin. And then I can write his name on the bottom of it and remember. I like to get like something every year. I just like to do that. Paper, he was out of like just white paper. I promised him some smelly markers. These ones are like funky. They're like red velvet cake, peanut butter and jelly, strawberry shortcake, mint chocolate chip. I don't know. I had to buy markers for his class because they were out of them, and he's like, I want markers, and I was like, I know. I'll get you some smelly ones, but give me a minute, okay? Okay, this bag is so freaking heavy. Okay, so I went in specifically for these shirts, okay? How cute are these? These are the men's Levi's. It's a rugby with the like multiple tone stripe, which is what I wanted. These were $40. Online, the gray one is $39, but it's only online. It's got the denim top. I got this in an extra large. I think I want an extra large. It is a big fit, but I want it very big. So cool, very vintagey looking, pretty thin, not super thick, but loved the denim, loved this, okay? Loved it so much I also grabbed it in this one because I felt like I would regret it if I didn't. This reminds me a lot of my Aritzia gray one of these. Gray, I believe this is navy and white, and I just love the stripe detail. This is just a solid white top. Next up, I got boring stuff. I got some banana peppers for my sub in a tub that I ran out of yesterday. Some milk, because honestly, I'm gonna try doing low-fat milk with my lattes in the morning instead of whole milk, because it's just like an easy way to like cut back on a little calories. And your girl's getting a little fluffy, I'm not gonna lie to you, okay? So there's that. I'm making that swap. And then also, I used to love these, but I've just been using the HEB tortillas that Scott always gets, but they're like 200 calories a piece, and like, I don't need them. So I grabbed these. I really like these. If you don't like them, don't eat them. These are the Carb Balance Mission tortillas. Scott hates them. These are like 70 calories. And then I also got the whole wheat ones as well. So that's what I grabbed at Target. Now I'm starving and want to go home and eat my tortilla. And these are also like way bigger than the other ones too. Like the HEB ones are like this big. Sometimes they get flattened out and sometimes they don't. But they're like, I can't even make a full taco with my egg and a little bit of egg whites. Like 2 eggs and some beans and some beef, you know? So anyway, I'm like dying to buy Mums, but I also just feel like I should pump the brakes, because in reality, where would I put said Mums? Because if I put them by our front door, you can't see them because our giant bushes are in the way. And like, so I just feel like maybe I should skip this season. I don't know, I haven't decided. But we really need to work on our landscaping, and I think that we're gonna pull the trigger and start ripping some shiz out and start like prepping it, because I've heard you can plant in fall and in spring. And I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be a warm winter anyways. Slash we had a really mild summer, so it's probably gonna stay hot for a while. But nonetheless, I think that's what we're gonna do. So we might start on that. So I'm kind of just like, slow your roll. Do you need Mums? Probably not. Anyway, all right, let's get home. Your girl's hungry, and I got everything I needed. Let's make breakfast. Nice, yeah. Orangey oak, man. 1 serving of egg whites. While I prep this, I tend to warm up. I feel like it's so low. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. I'm gonna warm up my tortilla. I'm going to chop up my spinach. I don't like big chunks of spinach. I don't want to like pull the spinach out of my scramble. I want it to be nicely finely minced. Quite a bit of spinach, because we all know it wilts away to nothing. This is the knife that cut me yesterday. I cleaned off the knife yesterday like I always do, but I sliced my thingy. My dirty stove. So you can't see that. These tortillas don't like puff up like the other ones really. So I just get a little bit of a on it. I feel like I'm gonna be able to fit my entire scramble in this, unlike the last one. Anyway, okay. Now, turn it to medium. I'm gonna add in my beef. Okay. And my spinach. I really just love the ground beef because I feel like it keeps me full for such a freaking long time. Plus, it's like such an easy thing to have pre-cooked. And I feel like a lot of breakfast meat options aren't super high in protein, so I like that. Beans, a big scoop full of those just for some protein and fiber. You just cook that until it's nice and well done. Getting there, and then I'm gonna add my eggs in. Ow! Laying my finger in the door. Before I add the eggs in, I like to add some taco seasoning. This is just the one that I get from Costco. And my eggs and egg white. I like my scrambles very much how I like my salads, with, like, in terms of less egg, more filling. Same thing with my salads, more fillings, less lettuce. That's how I like my eggs. That's how I find I don't get as, like, sick of the egg taste. I don't know. Sometimes I go back and forth whether I like eggs, but right now I'm over yogurt, so we're on eggs. And then soon I'm sure I'll want yogurt and not want eggs. The end. That's how it looks. Like I said, I feel like I'm gonna be able to fit everything in here and be able to close it, unlike the other one. But normally I'll just eat from the top first and then eat the tortilla at the end. She's full. And put Frank's Red Hot, and that is breakfast.